Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. I did actually already film yours, but I forgot some stuff that I wanted to mention, especially with the top of the deck energy, which I do like to normally do. Um, so I'm trying to remember because I did your reading already and I finished and I did so well, but and I said everything I wanted to say, but I did really want to like mention the top of the deck energy, so I'm just gonna redo it and try to remember what I said before. I'm gonna skip the intro. You could just read the description box. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I don't really typically like long intros. I like getting straight to the point. But I do understand sometimes the intro is needed just to explain some things. Like a disclaimer, for example, this is a general reading, so some things may or may not resonate. And I do feel I should definitely say this, that this is a video about what could happen by the end of this year or before the end of this year. And since this is again a general reading, some messages may be for you or for other people. I may say something that's for just one person, so just be careful with like what you pick up and stuff like that. Um, so I just felt like I really had to like emphasize that, especially with these kinds of readings. So with the Empress, with the Empress, I mentioned before that oh my gosh, what did I say? Okay, forget what I said. Let me just go with what I'm feeling now. So with the Empress, I'm gonna fix this. So some sort of new idea. Okay, either by the end of this year, or rather before the end of this year, you gain a new idea, or a new idea you already had is blossoming or advancing really well. Basically, it's growing kind of like a child. So a new idea or some sort of new project you either started or will be starting is doing well, basically. And also you may be pampering yourself for some of you. I'm just gonna like try and get through everything. So, and I know some things I say may not seem like really huge things. I don't want to exaggerate anything. I just want to say what I'm seeing in the cards rather than trying to make something to make it seem dramatic. And with the moon may be affecting your energy. You may be feeling quite sensitive. Maybe for that reason you do go see some friends to help you out with something. Or you for that reason you may feel like pampering yourself or maybe taking care of yourself, maybe changing your skincare routine, or changing your workout routine or something like that. In a Libra energy, or rather Venus energy, because it's Libra and Taurus energy, I guess. More Libra than Taurus. Um, so yeah, taking care of yourself, maybe changing your hairstyle. Okay, change. Okay, because she's sorting out her hair, so I was thinking maybe changing your hairstyle, or just changing your look generally. Change. For some of you, maybe changing your look. Um, some of you may be preparing for a night out with your friends. Some of you again, the moon being what's the word? Being influenced by the moon. I said some really important stuff in the last video. So it's kind of annoying that I had to like redo it. Um, so I guess for some of you, you may be embodying the Empress in a way. I guess it's a good way to just round up in a way. So embodying the Empress. For some of you, it's spending time. Not spend time. It's because with the Emperor, it's that you gain a new idea. Okay, with the new idea, it could be a project or it could be an idea. For example, and just example, like a new idea for a story that you want to animate. That's just an example though. It could be a completely new idea that I haven't even like understood or grasped yet from this reading. And with the Emperor as well, you could be starting a sort of group, a group as in a group where you share your emotions with people or you explore your inner feelings of people. So a very emotional sort of group where you're talking about the deep things or you're just having people to support. You see, they have their backs, supporting each other's backs. So you could lead this group or become taking more of a leadership, not leadership role, but a more standing in your friendship group for some reason. It could be your family as well. Maybe for some reason you have to like take a more leadership. I say leadership because it's the emperor, but take a more authoritative role in your family or in your friendship group. It could be um maybe checking out your natal chart as well because you have the stars. So it could be some checking what's happening with the planets on certain days to see how that day will go. There may be some messages for you in that. Um, and also the moon. So the moon could be bringing you fertility. For some of you, it's fertility. For some of you, it's I was gonna say maturity, um, fertility, creativity. That's it, because they all rhyme. And for some of you, it could be maturity. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why I was going to say maturity. Um, so then I'm seeing planning with the Emperor as well. So planning something, that's something, taking a leadership role and planning something because of this new idea you get. So you're planning something and you're gathering people to help you out or to take part in this thing. It could be, again, like I said, a group where you share something. It could be something completely different. It could be a part of this new project that's growing and developing. Um, so you could be with the Emperor. I'm going to try and say a few different things because this is again a journal reading. With the Emperor, it could be that because the emperor is usually someone who doesn't really show their emotions or doesn't typically like opening up to other people. So someone who is like this emperor could be a partner, could be a family member, or someone who's close to you, or simply a friend. Someone who's like this emperor may be opening up to you before the end of this year or by the end of this year. And for some of you, it could be you meet someone new who's like this emperor. Um, but there's a sort of connection here because you see the bridge connecting the emperor and empress. The emperor and empress are a pair. You know, they come together. You know, the relationship kind of stuff. You have the king, the queen, the emperor, the empress. They have the three of cups, the bridge between them. So it could be that sort of friendship or emotional bond is what connects them. So you may be connecting with someone who's like the emperor, through friendship. So that I know I didn't say last reading. So maybe there's a reason why I redid your reading to say some things I didn't say last in the first video. Um, so for some of you, it could be about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. And then with the King of Swords, for some of you, it's more about maybe preparing for a date or preparing for a night out with your friends, or um again preparing for a date could be with a King of Swords person, like type of person, who someone who's similar to this King of Swords. The King of Swords, I'd say, is more direct to the point, someone who um doesn't is I don't see the King of Swords as someone who typically like empathizes or sympathizes, but they like they take facts over you know what someone said that they heard someone else say, kind of thing. With the King of Swords, it could be your energy. So it could be that you are expressing your creativity through different outlets, through different mediums. So you have the owl, you have the bat, the dragonfly, the crow. So you're exploring different ways to be creative, or your creativity is taking different forms. Um, and for some of you, it's about finding a clearer way to express yourself. So your creativity could be your creativity could be the thing that is developing, could be the thing that's growing and improving. So your whatever creative skill you have could be improving and growing, or you're being more clearer in the way you express yourself, in the way in how you're creative. Or you have a clearer idea of how you want whatever project it is that you are taking part in. You have a clear idea of how you want that to, what's the word, to go, to move. Um, so I'm going to move away from those cards. And then there was something else I knew I wanted to say with this King of Swords. Um, oh yeah, the way they're both standing with like the legs and then the hand near the foot and the hands sort of like outstretched like that, kind of relaxed, but also kind of like a power pose, I guess you could say. So feeling powerful, feeling relaxed. Um, Prepared as well. I'm seeing someone who feels prepared. This is someone who has the mental capability, and yet this is someone who's holding a chess piece. So someone who's, I guess you could say, leading the game, who understands the game, so who understands what they're doing. So there could be some sort of clarity coming on in something that you've been doing or something that you've been taking part in with the chess piece and in the chess and in this mental clarity aspect. Um, Maybe some of you may be learning some new information. This is typically about someone who is able to deal with and handle truth. Um, but I'll leave that for now. So with the Hierophant at the top of the deck here, this is again, things are moving forward, things are ascending, so they're moving forward into a positive, what do you call it, direction. For some of you, if you're whatever was said for the cards at the top of on the table, maybe some of that didn't resonate for you. Maybe some of your cards are in the deck. So Hierophant could be your card. Maybe you're learning a new spiritual technique. You're expanding your spiritual knowledge. You're ascending in your spiritual growth. That's for some of you, or simply laughing at life. I'm seeing laughing at life. So finding the joy in life, beating the game of life. For some of you, it's beating the game of life. That could be a message maybe some of you need to hear. So then Six of Swords as well. So letting go, moving on onto new waters, leaving the past behind as well. So the pain and sorrow from before, changing the course of your life, I guess you could say. For some of you, that's the card for you. For some of you, all these cards have a message for you, but I don't want to get into it, so this video isn't too long. But for some of you, it's more about you. Before the end of this year, you'll be letting go of the past, and you'll be moving on into something new. It could be a new mentality. King of Swords, Six of Swords, a new mentality. Could be a new daily routine as well. Six. I was thinking, yeah, Six of Swords could be a new daily routine or something. Especially with the Empress as well. I'm seeing her like someone who's doing their hair, taking care of themselves. So I'm seeing that's like, for some people, that's like daily routine, but you changing the course of that. Then you have the Temperance. So for some of you, it's balancing your masculine and feminine. The Emperor, Mars energy. This is typically Venus energy, although you have the Sun here. And okay, not the Sun, the Moon. Okay, wait. I know I saw this at the bottom of the deck, so I got curious. So the sun, and then the moon. So balancing these masculine and feminine energies, so you have a better handle of your emotions. So King of Swords, someone who's able to put their emotions aside and look mostly at the facts. That's a message for some of you. For some of you, again, moving on, things are moving forward into something brighter, something better. Lots of joy and smiling and gladness and this love of life here. So things are moving, things are progressing for some of you. Before the end of this year, you may see it because it may be coming closer. You see the light from these stairs seem far away, but here they're much closer. The sun seems bigger, and here the sun is literally in his hand, the sun and the moon. So connecting the masculine and feminine. Some of you, this could be meeting someone new, who's like your counterpart in somewhere, who's like, I guess for some of you, it could be the one for you. If you like, it depends on your beliefs. If you believe in twin flames, that could be. If you don't believe in twin flames, that's completely fine. Could be simply someone who's opposite to you but works well with you, or someone who has like heavy Leo aspects or heavy Cancerian aspects, or heavy moon aspects and heavy sun aspects. At the bottom of the deck, after the sun, you have Six of Pentacles, so receiving, and then the Page of Pentacles. So I'm seeing new financial starts, starting new financial, what do you call it? Like new businesses, balance, growth. Yeah, stability, dedication, determination. I'm going to leave this here so I don't keep going on and on and on and on into the deck. But for some of you, the message is things are maybe moving a bit slower, or some of you may be changing your pace, the way you work. Could be that you're starting something new, and for the first few months you want to take it slow. So back to the Empress, starting something new. But do pay attention to the moon. That moon is really drawing my attention in, especially the way it's circling her stomach. So do pay attention to the moon. Maybe the moon phases are important. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this did resonate. Hopefully there was a message in here for you. If you'd like to, you can like, share, comment, and subscribe. There's no pressure. There's no force. It's up to you. Thank you for watching.